Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophia, pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue unpacking ocean industrial age concepts. 表象 is today's expression. And you can see 表, if I translate it into one English word, it's surface. And 象 is appearance. Surface appearance. It seems like redundant, right? Because appearance is what's visible on the surface. And the two repeated each other almost. So in English expression, I would regard it as redundancy. Well, that's how Japanese scholars first translate what is supposed to be representation. I guess, representation is almost like a philosophical concept of what we see. Like we consciously recognize something that we see may not be truly something we thought they are, right? There are this disconnect of this surface level appearance to what's the core level, how things actually operates. Because we can only see so much and see at a certain points of time. It may not be always like that. So we have limitations as this observer of whatever phenomenon is out there. So that's the overall uh, understanding of what a representation is about. It's the surface level of appearance. And it is acknowledged this is overlapping in their concepts. So 表, how Chinese express 表, it's made of a fur coat in overall, the whole thing is a fur coat. So we have the clothing symbol. If you remove the middle part here, the rest of it is the neckline. We know Chinese clothing have this wrapped front neckline, look like that. So we use this neckline as a signature look for clothing. And the top here, you can originally I view it as a cone-shaped Chinaman's head, a hat, right? That's kind of stereotypical headgear. And also spatially, it does look like on top of the clothing, the neckline is a hat. But another reading is the backside of your neckline with a dart in it. Cannot think too much about it because I know a little bit about clothing. The dart, if it is pinched on this side, that means it's going to form in a certain way, like that. Is anyhow, cannot go too much over the details of the dart positioning, but that's the backside of the neckline. So altogether is the whole neckline. So Chinese oftentimes use partial or the local uh, appearance or the local regional look to represent the whole thing. Because the whole thing could be, I mean, clothing is numerous styles, right? Numerous types of clothing. It's really hard to represent. So we only grab some, I guess, signature look of how a clothing look like. And why neckline? Because when we are looking at another person, this is the box mostly are at closest to our eye level. That's how we recognize. So it's reasonable that we represent clothing at our eye level with neckline feature. Okay, so clothing. Inside is the hair symbol. It's the hair or animal fur. So the fur is horizontal lines going horizontal. That means it's not that long. It's not draping, so it's still kind of hold up. Its direction is not the gravity is not pulling it downward yet. So that's the fur symbol. And when the fur paired with clothing, it's a fur coat. And oftentimes the fur coat was worn, I guess the skin side is inside, touch your skin, skin to skin, animal skin to skin, and then the hairy part is on the outside. And we use fur coat to emphasize it's the appearance, the outside, the fur side that you're seeing, and that's the surface, is the hair on top of the face. That's surface. Okay. 像 it's simply big-eared, big-nosed, four-legged, and the tail features of an elephant. So the look of the elephant, somehow the elephant as an animal was elevated to be an abstract concept of appearance. And my connecting thought is, well, we know about that elephant and four blind men. It's everybody can touch because they cannot see the whole picture, the whole elephant, right? Through tangible senses, every blind person was able to explore only the partial area on the elephant. Each one hold a partial truth, and they can debate till the end of time without coming to the conclusion of what elephant is about. It's everything they have plus something more that they haven't touched before, and all pieced together. And even that is only the surface, the shape of an elephant, how elephant behave, what's elephant's habitat and life development, like through time, how elephant grow, things like that. It's a whole bunch of information about the elephant. And just by a brief contact with that, by touching, see, or feel a partial, even if it's firsthand, it's literally hand, first-hand information. It's partial information. It's only the appearance. And so that's how I connect the dot of why elephant, this special animal was used as the representation of appearance. And together, there's a fur coat, the surface concept, and the elephant, this partial truth as appearance, together form the idea of representation. And here I'm choosing a kind of a little sculpture to capture what summer feels like, look like in this 3D form. Of course, the representation got all kinds of formats, and little miniature figurines were only like one form of how representation of an idea, of an ideal, of a concept. We try to paint it or shape it. In this case, it's made this little figure in a certain posture, look in a certain way, in a certain moment. It's only a snapshot. So it's like through, well, a sand on the beach. The beach represents the whole of what the summer would look like. And the sand represents the snapshot, this one singular representation of what that summer could have looked like. So that's surface and that's appearance. And it's very narrow scope. It's like a tiny sampling of the whole thing. And that's what 表象 in Chinese is that. All right. Thank you for your time. See you another day.